It's coming up on mid-November here in Mexico Beach, Florida. We finally got some nice weather and decent seas to get out in the bay boat offshore. It's during the week, so red snapper's closed, but we're going to get out there and see what we can pull up for the box. I'm David, he's Steven, and this is Forgotten Coast Fishing. As you can see, we're not that far offshore. We're just at these series of shallow reefs. And I've got this Sabiki rig with little pieces of squid put on the hooks there. I'm gonna see if we can maybe catch some live bait. We were pretty successful with getting the keeper red grouper the other day on some live bait. So I'm gonna try to see if we can do that again. All right, here we go. First drop here. Seems like we got one. Oh yeah, definitely. Look, I can even see the reef down there. We're so shallow. Okay, nice. Nice. Well, let's get this dude in the live well. Got a little tomtate and a little pigfish. And here's how I like to get these guys off. I get this little de-hooking tool. Slide that down to the bottom of the hook. And he'll just kind of pop off. Theoretically, you want to do this over the live well. But I would run into too much risk getting all these hooks tangled up, walking all the way back here, so we'll just do it this way. Yeah, you can totally see that reef right down there. Oh, here's some more. All right, I think we stopped on a good one, Steven. What have we got? Sometimes you can leave this rig down once you get a fish, and more will pop onto it. So what I like to do to keep this from getting tangled, which is a big problem with Sabiki rigs, as you can imagine with all these hooks, I just kind of try to keep this line tight, trying to keep these hooks from kind of folding on each other. And I'll just kind of set it in the water like this, just with the sinker just barely below the surface, and that'll keep it kind of nice and untangled. Well, here we got us a little tomtate here. These are going to be perfect, Steven. Yeah, there's a reef right there, or some sort of structure. There's a structure right here. So we managed to get definitely in a good spot. We got one. I'm going to hold this one down a little longer, see if we get any more, just to pull up 2 or 3 at a time maybe. Yeah, I think we got some more. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got heavier. Let's see. Look at this. It worked. Look at that. We left our rig down after we got that initial fish instead of just pulling it back up. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6 hooks on this rig here. So this is real simple to do. You just got to find the right spot and get situated right where these guys are. And this Sabiki rig's going to grab them. Well, I'm going to do this for a few more minutes, get a dozen or so in the live well, then we'll head off to a deeper reef. Well, we made it out. We're sitting in about, I think about 70 feet of water. And I'm going to grab one of these tomtates here, and I'm going to go ahead and hook him through the nostrils like that. This is a Blue Wing 7/0 circle hook, and they're 60-pound fluorocarbon on top of that. Then I've got a swivel and a 6-ounce sinker. So this is just a standard Carolina rig. This is exactly what we caught that red grouper on the last time we were out. So let's see if we can do that again. Oh, got him, got him, got him, got him. All right. Well, I was getting a lot of smaller kind of swipes at it. And I was starting to wonder if there's maybe nothing down here big enough to get this tomtate. But eventually we got him. I just kind of kept giving him slack just so he would kind of have a chance to kind of inhale it. And we do get a red grouper. We do get a red grouper. I'm not sure he's going to be 20 inches though to keep. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's not. Let's go ahead and get him up on the scale just to see. Let's see. So yeah, he's 18 inches or something like that. But this is what we were after. Definitely what we were after. And we obviously need to vent this guy. All right, nice looking red grouper. We can just get a couple over 20 inches. That would be really nice. There he goes. All right. Oh man, I pulled him out of his mouth. Okay, here we go. Got him again. Got him again. Oh man, this one may be nicer than that last one. Let me loosen my drag just a little bit. Yeah, definitely nicer than that last one. Now, last time we were out, we were having to battle dolphins and sharks. So far, I hadn't seen them, and this is definitely better than that last one. So I want to kind of take it easy since we don't have those dolphins, at least here yet. Let's see what we got, Steven. Maybe it's our keeper red grouper. Here he comes. Here comes some color. Now I'm kind of hoping it's not a red snapper because, like I said, it's during the week. We can't put them in the box, and it is a red snapper. Man, look at this red snapper, Steven. What a bummer. We can't keep this dude. Holy cow, Steven. What a bummer. We can't keep this dude. Look at him. Look how big this red snapper is. Man, you can't say you don't get the bigger fish with the live bait. Wow. Well, like I said, we can't put him in the box, but he's a nice red snapper to catch. Let's see what he measures. Get him on back. He's gonna be too big for our ice chest, so I don't even know. He's probably 30 something inches, and he weighs he's right at about 12.5 pounds. Look at this red snapper, Steven. Look at him. I hate to turn him loose, but we have to. There you go, red snapper. Get on back down. There he goes. All right, we got something on the free line here. I just threw out this live tomtate on the free line just to see if we could get something. And hopefully, man, this is a good one. This is a good one. Let's see if we can keep him on, Steven. All right, this is on my Penn Slammer 4 7500. My Talus PX rod by Shimano in the extra heavy. So I picked up this rod a while back for catching big amberjack, and I don't know if that's what we've got here because it's got a lot of drag. So let's see if we can get this up. Oh man, he got off. Bummer. Let's see what happened if he broke our line. It kind of feels like it. Don't think I have my hook anymore. Yeah, he just got us down in that reef. Almost this whole leader is chafed. Wow. And this was like a really long leader, and it's chafed for about 4 or 5 feet. Okay. All right, well, we weren't getting anything on the tomtates. I was getting some free line strikes and some really big ones. They were just breaking the leader and that kind of thing, but I was not getting anything on the bottom anymore. So I cut up one of the dead ones and put him on this little double drop rig just to see if it's just kind of mainly smaller fish, and maybe that's what it looks like since this is a little small red snapper. There he goes. So I just kind of cut this fish up into little chunks like this, and I'm just trying to get this hook buried through both sides of the skin best I can so it doesn't get ripped off easily. But we'll try this a couple more times, and if we don't kind of get anything that's respectable, we may go ahead and change reefs. It was just kind of crazy. We got that red grouper right off the bat, and then that huge red snapper on the next drop, and then it just died right after that. I know low tide was around that same time, but we ate lunch, and so I was hoping maybe the tide would change while we're on this reef and give it another try. But here's another fish. Yeah, not a big one. Most likely that same sized red snapper that we just got. Yep, red snapper. All right, here we go. Oh man, this one feels a little bit bigger than those last two. Well, we're really out here, at least right now, trying to target red grouper. If it is a red grouper, it's probably not one that's 20 inches. It's another smaller red snapper. All right, well, that looks like that's what this reef has kind of turned into. So Steve and I go ahead and look at our notes and see if we can find another reef to go to. I think we got him on the free line here. Definitely. All right, so I'm going to take this one a little easier. That last one, I think I had my drag too tight, and we lost him that way because he tore his mouth. So this is that new reef, and I had just set this free line out. We got us a nice one here. If we can just get him up, keep him out of the reef now. That's the main thing that can derail us. Seeing that we don't have dolphin and sharks here. Imagine this is an amberjack, but it could be a nice snapper, man. And that would kind of be a bummer if we can't put this guy in the box. I think maybe it is a red snapper. He's just kind of giving up on you, and or giving up on me. Let's see. Yep. I don't know, maybe there's some brown. Maybe there's some brown. Is that an amberjack? No, it's a gag grouper. Red grouper, gag grouper. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's a gag grouper. Dang, I thought for a second it was a monster red grouper. No, this is just a gag grouper. And just like the snapper, he's not in season either. But we're catching some nice fish today on these live tomtates. Let's get this guy up. Let him get back down. Look at him. Nice gag grouper. Oh man, let's see if we can get him in. Look at this gag. Wow, would this be nice to get in the box and take home for dinner. You can see that mouth right there. He has no problem getting those tomtates in his mouth. All right, well, I'm not going to take the time to measure this guy because we'd have to do it on that back ice chest. We want to go ahead and get this guy in, but this is a nice gag grouper, definitely. Well, let's see what he weighs. I don't think he needs to be vented. He's 15 pounds. 15 pounds. All right. All right, what a nice gag grouper. What do you think, Steven? That was a nice one. We hadn't gotten a gag in such a long time. Oh man, we got him? Oh yeah. All right, so I just threw down a slow pitch jig just because nothing was really happening down here. The free lines kind of died out. That chicken rig was just getting trigger fish. And we get a trigger fish with the slow pitch jig. That's what happened. He just kind of got snagged, was probably coming over to check it out, and we got him snagged. Well, we got a trigger fish on the slow pitch jig instead of the chicken rig, which is unusual, but this guy just kind of got snagged. Oh man. All right, so I threw out my slow pitch jig again. Really was, once again, not getting anything on the tomtates. So did I snag another trigger fish? Yes. Well, I wouldn't expect to get, oh, he got off just as well. He wasn't a keeper anyway. But I wouldn't expect to get too many trigger fish on a slow pitch jig just because their mouths are so small. And you would think it would take a bigger mouth to kind of get this jig in their mouth, but we've gotten 2 trigger fish on it, 2 small ones. We could keep trigger fish if we get one over 15. They're still in season. Oh, here he is. Here he is. All right. Yep, we got him. We got him. We got him. All right, this is on our live tomtate on the bottom here. And we're at reef number 3. We were just getting trigger fish at that other one. And so I came over here and went ahead and threw out this tomtate on the bottom just to see if we had some bigger ones at this new reef, and we sure do. All right, what is it, Steven? What is it? Here comes something brown. Oh man, it's a big red grouper. We got our keeper, Steven. We got our keeper. All right, let's get our net. We got our keeper, red grouper. Let's see if we can get him in. Come on, red grouper. All right, look at this dude. Dang, Steven, this may be bigger than the one we got the other day. All right, well, check him out. Our plan paid off. This morning, this is exactly what I wanted. Get out here, get some live tomtate, and do what we did the other day and get a nice red grouper. Well, let's see what he measures out to be. We didn't take the time to measure the one the other day, and we kind of guesstimated at 22 inches. We got Steven on the ice chest here, so we'll see how we can do this. All right, so he's about 21 or so. So actually he's not as big as the one the other day, but nonetheless he is over 20, and he is going to go in the box. Some wonderful eating fish right here. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and head on back. Had a great day today. We didn't catch a lot of fish, but the ones that we did get were really, really nice. And that's kind of what I was hoping with those live baits. But if you enjoyed this video, give me a what, Steven? A thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss my future videos. So until next time, hope to see you on another episode of Forgotten Coast Fishing.